So in this video sequence, we are going to practice CKAD questions so that it can help you prep for your exams. In case you don't know me, I'm the founder of CodeJanitor and I'm also recently a CKAD certified. So without further much ado, let's jump right into it. So the first question we are going to solve is on secrets and environment variables. So we are going to solve question 1. So we can solve this on Killer Coder because they already have CKAD exam-like environment for us. So I prefer practicing it on here. So if you also have your cluster, you can also practice the same set of questions on your cluster. So now I selected CKAD, and then now we can move ahead and set up the environment. So I will say VI. First of all, let us set up the environment. VI prep.sh, and then I will copy the environment prep. So I'll copy my environment prep and then I'll paste it here. I will save it, and then I'll run my environment setup. Small, give it executable permission. So you say small prep.sh, and then you can run it prep.sh. So now we have 30 questions set up for our environment. So henceforth, going forward, we are always going to use it to solve our Kubernetes examination. The first question that we are going to solve is on environment variable. The exams will test your knowledge on how to move hard-coded environment variables into secret and then also replace them in the deployment. So usually you can create a deployment, or they can ask you to also edit an existing deployment. So let us see what this question has for us. So question number 1, in this question, in namespace default, deployment billing API exists with hard-coded environment variables. So first thing I'll do is go to get deployment, and then what was the deployment name? It was billing API. So billing, remember to use tabs so that you'll be very fast at the exam time. So billing, now we can see this deployment exists. Now let us describe it. So describe deployment, and then we say billing API. Now we can see that we have the environment variables here which are hard coded. So what does the task requires of us? So it says update the configuration to create a secret name billing secret in namespace default containing key db user db password db pass. Now the next task we also have to do is to modify the billing API deployment so that the container reads db user and db pass from this secret using value from secret keyref. So the first thing we are going to do is to create this secret. So let us create the secret. So create secret. So you can use the command line instead of going to Kubernetes documentation to find secret YAML file and edit it, because you waste your time during the exams. So if you learn how to use the CLI, you'll be very fast at it. So let us create a secret. Say create secret, and then if you don't know how to use it, you can just use -h to find out how you can use it. So now when you use -h, then you can see we can create generic. So you say create secret generic, and then now -h again so that you can see all the variables that you can use. So create secret generic, and then we need the name. So I will copy the secret name, and then I'll paste it here. Now what are the values? So dash from literal, because it says we need to change the hard-coded value, so we are going to use dash from literal. And then what is the key going to be? The key is going to be db user. The first key is going to be db user, and then what is its value? So the value we can find in the description that we did for the deployment. So it is admin. Now come down again and then paste it here. Always remember, when you use dash from literal, then you give it key value. So the key is the db user, and then the value is the admin. So take your time and ensure that you get those right. Now the next value is going to be dash from literal again, and then the key is going to be db pass. Ensure that you copy the one from the question, so db pass, and then its value is going to be what? Its value is going to be super secret 123, and then you paste it here as well. Now because it's in the namespace default, we don't need to really add the namespace, but you can also add the namespace default to be safe. So now we have created the secrets. The next thing we need to do is to move on to the task number 2. So modify the deployment billing API so that the container reads db user and db pass from this secret using value from secret key. So you need to pay very good attention here, because sometimes it can just tell you to use the secret in the deployment without any restrictions, but when they ask you to expose it as environmental variables, then you need to be very, very careful here. So now we can go to Kubernetes documentation and then search for secrets. So I'll search for secret. In the exams, do not try to go to secrets to read about it. The best place to go is to go to distribute secret securely, and then now you can just come down and look for how you can use it inside the deployment. So now we have environment variable, so we need to expose it as environment variable. So I will just copy this environment variable, and then I will go back to the command we used to describe the deployment, and then I will just change it to edit. So KEdit deployment, and then billing API. Now we are going to edit this YAML file in Vim. So inside Vim, when you have it like this, you can just use DD to remove the values that you want. So I will remove all these values, and then now I'll press I to insert the values that I want. So I'll paste the command here. Now you see at the exams, these are all the things that is going to waste your time. So when you have such a situation, press the escape and then go out, and then use DD to remove it. Now for me, I'll click on V so that I can multi-select and then push it forward. So it will be very fast, and then you can be very quick at the exams in order to save time. So the next thing again, I will press V again, and then I will select, use the arrow key down to select, and then I'll move it forward again. So this is actually how it really needs to be. So to verify, you come back to the documentation, and then you can just see that it just needs to be on the ENV. So underneath the ENV, so ensure that the spacing is very, very important as well. So now we are done. The only thing we need to do is to change the value. So the first value that we need to change, go back to the question. It says the keys that we are going to use, first one is going to be DB user. So we create the name. So the name, you can just give any name, but I will just use the same key that they gave us. So DB user, and then ensure that you refer this key. So now, where are you referencing this secret from? So the secret that we just created. So you just copy the billing secrets, and then use it inside here. So remove this one. So now we are referring the billing secret, and then which value do we need is the DB user for the DB user. So copy this one again, and then I will come down and then I will paste it so that I will be very quick at it. I'll paste it. This one won't give me problem because I copied in the same YAML file and then I pasted it. So once I do that, we need to change the values as well. So the next one is also the DB pass. The DB pass. So name DB pass, and then the reference, the billing reference, the secret reference is going to be billing secret, and then also we will give it DB pass here. Now we will save. So I will escape, and then I will use column and then command WQ, and then I will save. Now we have edited successfully. Whenever you are editing a deployment and then it says that it can't be edited, please be careful. Do not save that. Ensure that you can go out, because you can't. When you edit a deployment, it should be able to edit successfully. Otherwise, then you have done something wrong. So kindly be mindful of that. So now I'll clear the screen, and then we can check our resource. So now we can check our resource. First of all, I'll have to also run some commands so that we can have our setup to check the results as well. So it's CKAD. So clean up. Check, yes. So CKAD check master. So yeah, this file we need, and then we will go back to the killer coda. So VI, and then we will say check.sh. Now we will save this file also, and then we will give it executable permission. Check, and then now let us run the check. So now we can see we have passed the question number 1. So going forward, once you have been able to successfully do this task, then I can guarantee you that when you face this same task in the exams, then you can really pass it at a glance. If you need access to the same resources that I'm using to run the scripts on Killer Coda, you can just see in the description. I will have the links down below where you can follow to get all this template, and then you can also practice with me. But you are also welcome to just follow along the video, and then you can ensure that you do the same tasks as I'm doing, and then you can secure your spot as well. But it's better to practice and then see that you are also gaining the hands-on experience and getting the results that you need. So see you in the next one.